Good day to all of you. I'm Jan Luis Reyes from BSHM3B, and I'm here to discuss and explain the concept of hotel pricing. As human beings, we always yearn for a comfortable and happy life. Thus, our basic needs, such as shelter and food, must be met for us to survive. There are a lot of ways to fulfill this necessity, may it be our home or outside our vicinity. This comes along the birth of the hotel industry. In the early years of humanity, it became rampant and recognized when warriors and traders traveled to one place to another, started to seek for a spot wherein they can be accommodated. As the day goes by, this field became more open to the public. Hence, it has also begun to provide meals, host events, and offer a service that a tourist or the traveler will be satisfied. Before I tackle the things that we should remember, let me first present the objectives of this lesson. At the end of the lesson, the BSHM 3B are expected to: first, to determine what hotel pricing is all about. Second, to distinguish the three forces to consider in hotel pricing. Third, to understand the current pricing criteria as well as the science, art, and intuition for it. Fourth, to recognize the individuals who are in charge in hotel pricing. 5 is to enumerate the role of customers' need, technology, creativity, human resources in pricing, and the last one is to know the new areas of pricing and yield management. As we go on to the main topic of this lecture, let us watch this short clip from CNBC Prime, wherein Marriott International's revenue management expert Davis Roberts discuss how their organization maximize its profit and how you can minimize your cost.
How often do you guys talk about room pricing at Marriott?
I talk about it all day, every day, sometimes in my sleep.
Do you ever misprice rooms?
Sure.
But how do you feel when that happens? You know you left
If there's
money on the
that
table?
we missed on the table, it hurts me. I feel physical pain.
What's the best time to get the best rate? I want the secret.
Book on a Sunday night. To arrive on a Sunday night and leave on a Monday morning, we love that.
Do you know what all your competitors are charging in
Yes.
every market?
Yes.
How do you know that?
We collect electronically every price point from every one of our competitor hotels every day around the world. We generally don't want to be the first hotel in a market to sell out. The best scenario is our competitor hotels sell out, and there is a lot of demand for now very limited supply, our remaining supply.
In other words, you can raise the rates.
We can raise the rates.
What happens if you're sold out and I'm a platinum member and I come walking through the door and I go to the front desk and I say, I need a room?
A lot of times hotels will save a couple rooms open just for last minute platinums, because if you think about it purely from the business standpoint, we don't ever want to turn a platinum away for any reason.
But they would tell other people that
In addition,
that they're sold out?
oh yeah,
If I called up, they'd say, sorry, sir, we don't have any
absolutely.
rooms available.
Absolutely.
Let me give you another scenario. I walk into the hotel, I go to the front desk, you have a few rooms available that night, and say, sir, room's going to be $300. I say, how about 200? Here's 200 bucks. Do you take it?
Never.
Why?
No way. That is called the fade, and that's something that
I mean, there's a term for that.
it's called the fade. Some competitors do it, although fewer and fewer do it. And the reason for it is, if you do that, you've just trained that customer. Don't book in advance.
You'd rather that room go empty for the entire night than give it to me for less than what you would otherwise charge?
Yes. Yes, and again, the reason for that is over time, you don't want to train customers to wait and feel like they can get a better deal.
So, what is hotel pricing? In connection with the video that we have watched, hotel pricing may appear as an easy task in this industry. But since it is significant and crucial in the success of the organization, it requires a lot of time, efforts, and brilliant minds. For a clear picture, hotel pricing is strategy that are being utilized by a lot to increase not only their profit, but also the establishment's popularity and integrity. Having the right room rates plays an important role in generating revenue, as well as boosting occupancy and gives you the ability to increase advantage. Hence, the goal of having the right price is to sell as many as possible rooms and ensure the success of the business. What are the three forces to consider in hotel pricing? First, there are three forces that should be considered in hotel pricing. First is the cost. Cost is usually the amount acquired for producing a product or service that is marketed by a business. Hence, it's important to be able to set the price of the product fairly and competitively since price is the extent a customer is willing to pay for. The second is the demand. It represents the willingness of consumer and producer to engage in a specific and available item or assistance. Thus, it is a must to monitor demand status of business because when the demand exceeds supply, prices tend to rise, which may be undesirable to the customer. Lastly is the competitor. It refers to organizations that you must compete with in terms of keeping the balance between the demand and supply. If you know the strengths and weaknesses of your competitors, it will help you to prevent losing market share and customer to the competitor as it lets the business control the competition. What is the current pricing criteria? As stated by Scott Farrell, pricing is market-driven. This may imply that the value of a product tend to be fixed after going through an observation and numbers of research. Hence, the cost of the similar product available in the market should be at least matched by the company. What is the science and art and institution in pricing? Pricing, distribution, and revenue management techniques are a mix of science and art because pricing is an innovative and creative process. Moreover, what art qualifies, science qualifies. The art of pricing is about selecting a revenue model and pricing strategy. The science of pricing identifies a price based on one or more pricing drivers. Who are the individuals that are in charge in hotel pricing? Here are the individuals and organizations that are responsible in setting up the hotel pricing. First, the corporate headquarters. Chains and competitors are inevitable in different fields. Hence, the corporate HQ is responsible for planning, creating, and implementing pricing guidelines. Second, the business or the company itself. It is them who are aware of the cost that the establishment have on its everyday operation and transaction. Hence, it is their right to place a reasonable price on their service. Lastly, the property managers, since they are the knowledgeable one, their expertise is very much help on identifying the three forces in pricing. Besides the three forces that we have already discussed, there are also other variables that must be in mind in hotel pricing. First is the customer's need. Hotel is indeed one of the great places to go when you want to experience comfort while making the best of your leisure time. Hence, the management should be aware on the expectation of the visitor and if that will be met inside their establishment. Through that way, one can assess if the price will be appropriate with the needs that they will get and experience. In just click aways, anything is possible. As you can assess everything in the internet, a specific organization can make advantage of it through looking and evaluating the competitor status. It can also be a way to promote the business and came up with the current trend. Third is creativity. When the pandemic occurred, the hotel industry was greatly affected. Thus, some of the businesses were left but no choice but to stop their operation. With that being said, as unexpected phenomenon occur, companies must be creative, flexible, and adaptable with the changes but never forgetting how price should not be compromised. Fourth is the human resources. In my perspective, this is the most important of all. As customers search for comfort, it is the employees who provide them this. It is their hard work that must be recognized, hence the hotel pricing should also take note of how well their workers do their job. New areas. The hotel industry holds so much potential to the point that we cannot deny how much room there is for more innovation and development. Hence, the pricing may also come along with it. From traditional Hotel can now freely adjust set their prices based on their goods services.